Okay. Mr. Relentless, Annam, how you guys doing? Parasite? Alright, alright. Well, Annam and Relentless, you guys had a little conversation going there for a bit, eh? Good stuff. So do you feel any older, Relentless? Or you feel young and energetic still? Okay, so let's get into this craziness. The craziness. Mr. Joe, how you doing? How you doing? Okay. Gotta make sure I got things muted that are supposed to be muted. I hear myself talking, I'm like, wait a second. I'm not supposed to hear myself talking. um Getting ready to celebrate. Okay, so the party is Saturday, but the actual date has already passed, right? Like you are older now. Okay. So when we first saw the Plat Pool arenas, I was thinking I was all ambitious and saying I was gonna put up 20 million, and then I got started with them. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just going to do milestones. And then I figured, let's try to get 10 million. I was going to do some last night, and then I knew that we were going to have maintenance, but then we had the maintenance, and then we had the emergency maintenance. So, yeah, I didn't do any in it last night. So here we are now. I should be able to get about a million and a half before the arena's reset and we get going with the 6 stars. So. Well, let's see how it goes. Especially after last night's workout. That's one way that will make you feel old for sure, dude. So, where did you end up with Null? Is he in the bag? Are you getting a new 5-star? And did you... I don't know if from the videos I've seen of yours if you got a 6-star Shang Chi. You had 74. Oh damn, man! You're not messing around, are you? You're not taking any chances. Very good. Uh-oh. Apparently, I'm taking chances looking up when fighting against Hitmonkey. Oh, he's coming in like somebody stole his banana. Damn. Some craziness. Crazy. Alright. As you go each year, you are allowed and expected to party even more harder than previous year. Until you get to a point where you can't stay up beyond 10 p.m. And you're like, party? Nah, I'll be sleeping. I'll be partying in my dreams. It's a 6 with a typo earlier. Autocorrect. Actually, I typed Saturday, but I wanted to say yesterday. Mr. Showers, how you doing? How you doing? Have you guys done much of the new EQ? I got a fair bit done. Well, I got EQ completion done yesterday, but I got it done pretty early because I wanted to have a fairly good start before maintenance. So, and I think I almost had all milestones done before maintenance hit. So, I don't know if any of you are around after maintenance, but when they were done, like, so the reason they did it on the Wednesday was they wanted to make their changes to the earlier acts. So when the servers were back on after maintenance, I don't remember if I saw something or if I just happened to look. But anyways, I looked at acts 1 through 4, and I noticed it had set as 0% completed for me, and I'm like, well, I've done them a long time ago. So I looked. So it had it as completion at 100% for Act 1, 2, and 3, exploration at 0%. which doesn't make any sense because obviously, if you've completed, you have to have anyways. And then I noticed that there was a message online for the Alliance, and somebody's like, "Oh, they've reset these." And when I first saw it, I was kind of like, "Well, that's shitty. I don't want to redo them." And then somebody in my Alliance line group was like, "Well, there's all of the rewards that you would get for exploration, like a bunch of units, revives, health pots." So I'm like, well, maybe I'll be auto-fighting those over time. And as soon as I thought that, I went to go into the game to finish off whatever I was doing, and we had emergency maintenance. And as soon as I saw the emergency maintenance, I'm like, yeah, it's down because people are gonna farm that for the units and resources. Come back. So then I went to bed afterward. Get up this morning, I check, and I see now that it has me back to being 100% explored for the earlier acts. Man, I thought it was really funny because that would have been around, it would have been late for Vancouver. That would have been like 1 a.m., 11 p.m. kind of time. So yeah, if it comes to something that's going to benefit us, dude, they don't mess around. The thing that's funny though, if it had been something where something had changed where you couldn't progress in the earlier acts, like let's say there was some impossible node or something or whatever, that wouldn't be addressed until today and probably not fixed until next week sometime. But the opportunity for us to get an extra 1,000 units, no, that's fixed right away. Oh boy. Yeah. And I think we will do that. Yeah, so I think from Act 1 to 4 was supposed to have been changed. So basically all of the early stuff. So they've streamlined it where you have less paths, less fights per path. I don't think they changed the rewards. I think the rewards have been what they've been for a while. So the idea was just to allow people to get through it quicker. Next EQ completion is Master. So you finished normal and heroic. Okay. 100%. Damn, dude. All right. Yeah, I got up to... So I'm not too sure. I'm going to wait for completion until the end of the month because I'm not sure if I want to get the completion offer. I'm thinking I could use those resources for 7.3. But I want to wait and see if I'm going to use units for a Cyber Weekend. So I'll get Master and Uncollected done, like completely explored, and then I'll just leave. I'll do exploration for everything earlier in Cav difficulty, but the last quest I'll leave until the end of the month. 1 and 2. Let's see. Yeah, I think in the post about it, I think they said they were doing all from 1 to 4. Let's see though, and that's maybe what they had said was that they had done 1 and 2, and we're now doing 3 and 4. Let's see. I know I saw the post when they initially had it, but I wasn't really paying attention which when I saw that it had gone and reset the earlier ones for me, I was thinking, oh, maybe that was intentional. And there was actually a post from somebody saying, is this intentional? Like, can we go ahead and do it? And I'm like, dude, it's not a good state to be in whenever something happens in the game and you're not sure if it's okay to participate.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Blaze, thanks for the follow. Yeah, no, it was 1 through 4. Acts 1 through 3, say goodbye to the old Acts 1 through 3, and hello to a completely brand new streamlined experience. Yeah. So they don't... Oh, and then Act 4. Act 4 is infamous for being... Yeah, so it was 1 through 4. For me, Act 4 is still the same. I need to do 100% from Chap 3 to 4 of Act 4. Act 4 is infamous for being a daunting challenge. It's numerous long paths and overlapping branches. Let me just see if they're saying that they're doing that later, maybe. Yeah, no, there's here. I'll bring up the post. Let's see. Okay. What are you up to, Blaze? What you got going down? So yeah, here's the post about. I should probably blow that up a little bit, I suppose. Okay. So this is just for their overview of what was happening. Then they're addressing Acts 1 through 3, saying these are the changes for Acts 1 through 3. And then they come down for Act 4. But with a minute, blah, 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 blah. While Act 4 needed some work, it also contained some of the most iconic fights in the history of MCOC, like the Venom boss and the superpowered one-star Spider-Man. So instead of tearing it down completely and rebuilding it, we took a more measured approach, removed a number of paths. Yeah, so they've just reduced the amount of time required to get through it, pretty much. Okay. Should I awaken my 5-star Doom? His awakened ability is nice. It's not a necessity. If you're fighting champions that have a power gain buff, his awakened ability will help you deal with that. When you stagger them, then you'll steal. Well, not really steal, but the next time they get a power gain, you'll get it instead of them. If you're concerned about prestige, he's one of the best champions for prestige, plus a really good champion. If that's not a consideration, then the awakening would be irrelevant as far as that goes. But if you're looking at using a class gem, yeah, I would definitely give him a class gem. If it's a generic gem, still absolutely a good use of a generic gem, but again, he doesn't absolutely need it. So, if you had somebody like Aegon or Star-Lord who absolutely need to be awakened, a generic would be better for them. But yeah, for a class gem, I would give it to him. And again, if you're concerned about prestige, then absolutely. Wish I made those acts that easy for us back in the day. Well, last night it almost seemed like they did. Because it looked like it's reset it to having not completed for people that already did. But yeah, they fixed that pretty quick. No, it makes sense for them to do that. Like, I haven't been in that stuff for a long time, but it was pretty tedious, not necessarily super difficult. I mean, if you're relatively new, yeah, it would be difficult because that makes sense. But they want people to get into the later portions of the game, because if you're starting in a game and just, the early progression is slow and boring or difficult, you're probably not gonna, stick it out, right? So if they make that easier to get through and you're able to get to the later stuff in the game where you can enjoy it more and probably more likely to be spending, it's better off. So it makes a lot of sense for them to make that kind of change. Did you read the last point in the Act 4 update? They've removed the crazy nodes. Yeah, good to make that easier to get through. Yeah, which was it, Act 4 or Act 5 where they first introduced Life's Transfer? I think it was Act 5 because that was so much fun to play with the Life Transfer. The DJ node was so frustrating for me. I hope they have removed that. I do need to check and read thoroughly that forum post. Yeah, so it's just basically saying for Act 4, all they've kind of done is just made it more streamlined, but they kind of want it to remain as, like, have an epic feeling like it did. So some of for the time, the really difficult fights are still there, as they were, but getting there might be easier. I took almost 1.5 orders to explore Act 4 with energy. Yeah, dude, it took a lot of energy. I have Omega Red. Is he any good? He is just a 4-star. I'm in Act 5, by the way. Yeah, he's pretty good. It was using him as a 4-star in Variant 4 where I started to realize how good he was. Prior to that, I knew people liked him. I never really paid any attention. And then I had him as a 4-star, not at a high rank. And I think I used him a little bit in Variant 4. And then I was like, well, damn. And then I maxed him out as a 4-star. And then he became my most wanted 5-star. Eventually got him, maxed him out as a 5-star. Then he was my most wanted 6-star. And back in the spring, I got him as a 6-star and recently took him to rank 3, which it's not the max you can take somebody. You can go to rank 4 currently. And then spent a fair bit of time in arena to get him awakened. But yeah, if he's awakened and you have him at... The one thing with him is you want him at a high sig. Which for a 4-star shouldn't be too difficult to do. But yeah, no, for Act 5, you'd definitely still be using 4-stars. Yeah. But by the time you get to Act 6, you can't use 4-stars. But I would prioritize Doom over Omega Red. I thought that was going to last for that special. Act 5, Bane is also tricky but fun. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the thing with Bane, what you kind of want to do is you don't necessarily want to be hitting the opponent right up until Bane expires on them. You kind of want to stop hitting them a little bit before so that you can be in a combo as Bane expires, ideally. Yeah, let's skip Bishop. I think Omega Red might have been the, if not the highest in the basic arena since the arena changes, then the second highest. I think the highest may still have been Strife. But they both went over 60 million. But yeah, he's definitely a good champion. So one thing with Omega Red that people will say is that he needs suicides. He doesn't need suicides. He benefits from them. And one of the big reasons, well, anybody with suicides will do more damage, so that's a given. But one of the things with suicides for him is that having the bleed debuff on you at the beginning of the fight, it allows you to generate more spores. But if you throw your L2, you initiate your death field, which also allows you to generate more spores. But damage-wise, where you would notice a difference for him is the SIG ability. So the higher the SIG for Omega, by far the better. Whereas Doom, well, the Awaken ability for him isn't critical, so you're really putting SIG stones into Doom more for prestige than anything else. We always use the Bane for the advantage of crazy war bosses sometimes. Yeah. This is my deck, Doom, Omega, Red, Chorus, Magneto, and Hitmonkey. Some nice options. How long have you been playing, Blaze? You've been playing for a while, or you're pretty new to the game? Yeah. So I should be able to get to about 8.5. What do we got? 5 more minutes until the arena's reset. Okay, yeah, so we'll get to 8.5. Then we'll get started with the 6 stars. And I don't know if I'm going to get another 1.5 in today. I should be able to make it. I do want to get to 10 million overall. Barbarian, how you doing? You're done with MCOC? Yeah, I think I think a lot of people share that sentiment currently. Ugh. No, that's not how we want things to go. There we go. I think I should have gotten for that first hit too. You've been playing for about 6 months. Okay. What do you think so far? I don't know what the emergency maintenance was for today. So the emergency maintenance was right a little shortly after the scheduled maintenance last night. And after the scheduled maintenance, after they did what they wanted to do for the earlier acts, it basically reset the earlier acts for people that had already done them 100%. So you could go in and rerun them and get the units on completion exploration, and in the rewards are also revives and health bots. So that's why the emergency maintenance was, so that people who had already explored it, it would still show as being 100% explored. Because yeah, they wouldn't want people to be able to go in and get all those free resources and units. So the emergency maintenance broke your game. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's fine. The new arena in 4 minutes. I see Shang Chi in basic. Yeah, Shang Chi is the basic, and Dr. Voodoo is the featured. And I think I might actually have Dr. Voodoo a little bit too high on my prediction. But when I was looking at it last night and compare, because for Voodoo I was basically going off of what Ghost Rider went, and I figure probably a little bit higher than Ghost Rider, because I think I like them both, and I think Ghost Rider might be more fun to play, but I think Voodoo could have more use. So yeah. But yeah, that's what I was basing my Voodoo prediction off of. And Shang Chi, I really don't know. Like, I really like him. He was obviously really hyped when he was first in Arena, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if he would surpass. Well, he should surpass Strife and Omega Red, but I don't know. And we're there. Okay, yeah, so we're there in a minute. So let's change over. There we go. Yeah, so I have Shang Chi at 68 in the basic. I think that's pretty high. I don't think that's what the cutoff will be, but I think 68 will get you the champion. Now it's actually unplayable for me. Yeah. It's a good game, but I feel like it's pay to win. Yeah. It's pay to win, or if you've got a ton of... Well, the thing is, too, like, if you've only been playing for 6 months, and the game's almost 7 years old, so if you're looking at it like you're trying to catch up, yeah, there's no way. And even paying, there's no way you'd be able to catch up. Over time, sure. But yeah, you can't really... Like, it's not a fair comparison for somebody who's been playing 6 months to a year for somebody who's been playing, like, the 7 years or 6 years, right? I think, if anything, it's kind of more to stay at the high end, like a big roster, high prestige. I think that's where you really feel that you've got to pay. Like, if you feel like if you don't take advantage of offers that are made, you're going to fall behind. Oh, damn, I am getting my ass handed to me here. But yeah, it really comes down to either you're going to spend a lot of money, or you're going to spend a lot of time. A lot of time in Arena to get the units and other resources that you can get through Arena, or spend money where you just buy the units, or you buy the resources and other items that are available. I used to, when I first started spending, so I'd probably been playing about 6 months to a year, and I didn't spend anything. And then about a year in, I started spending it. And for about a year and a half, I spent quite a bit. And a little bit after I started getting into Arena, I stopped spending. But I went with the unit card for about 14 months. And big offers, so July 4th, Cyber Weekend, absolutely I was spending. And then offers in between that were decent, I was spending. And the last time I spent recently was for the summoner event or summoner event. So I spent $20 for that, and I did spend for July 4th. But outside of that, I don't expect to be spending any more money this year. Aman, how you doing? How's your day coming along? It's a fun game, though. It's a good time sink. You know, if you're going to or from work, not driving, but if you're on transit, it would be fine. Or, you know, you're at home watching TV and you want to do something while you're watching TV or something. And if you really get into it, well, absolutely. Utility-wise and damage-wise, I think Voodoo is better as long as not poison immune, plus that power control is strong. I don't know about utility, actually, but damage, I would agree. I would agree that he has more potential damage-wise than Ghost Rider. But utility-wise, I don't know if there's anything Ghost Rider can't do. He has power control. He's got a bleed that he can inflict. He's bleed and incinerate immune. Fate Seal. Regen that he can proc on him. And the thing I like about him, which is similar to Voodoo, now Voodoo you've only got basically even combo, odd combo that you need to pay attention to. But with Ghost Rider, you dictate when you trigger his abilities, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I quite like that. But he needs to be duped. Yeah, he does. Yeah. So I feel there's only 2 champions of the game that absolutely need to be awakened, but Voodoo would be very close, and Omega Red would be very close to being. Now they're both usable unawakened, but the difference between playing them awakened and unawakened is like night and day. But Aegon and Star-Lord you just wouldn't play them unawakened. You can catch up, but you need to put in the grind. I don't know if you were to start today, I don't think there's no way. Maybe with the changes to 1 to 3 or 1 through 4, it would get you into Act 5 quicker. But if you were to start today, I don't think there's any way you could catch somebody who's been playing for 6 years without money. If you're spending a ton of time and money, I don't know how long it would take for somebody to catch up. But I don't think that would be the point of starting new, would be to catch up, right? Like, you'd have to kind of go at your own pace. I am free to play, and I am 1.5 team rating, 11k prestige in 15 months. Yeah, and I mean that's good for sure. But I'm talking about people that are like 14,000 prestige, 4 million account rating, right? Like, there's no way that somebody starts today in a year is going to be at that level. I'm not even at that level. I've been playing 6 years. I'm back. Had to grind. Kill the buzzer. 75 million final number for 5-star. No, nice. Very good. Very good indeed. Yeah, if I were still grinding for champions, I would be going for Voodoo. But the only champions I see grinding for currently is a dupe on Ghost or Nick Fury. And even then, I'm not positive I would. Don't think I'll play it all before they fix this. Oh yeah, I agree with you, and that's why there was a while ago where there was somebody. I think it was on the Twitch side. Was they hadn't started playing the game yet, but they'd been like watching videos or streams, and they're thinking about getting into the game. And I had suggested like if you're thinking to get into the game now, I don't think it's a good time. Um, yeah, with the game being broken how it is, now people are definitely going to be starting it. That's fine. I just don't think it's a very good first impression of the game. People that have been playing the game for a while and can tell the difference between when they're screwing up and when it's the game screwing up. Um, it's going to be frustrating for sure, but at least you know it's not you and you know what it's supposed to be like, and hopefully it's going to get back to that at some point. But if you're brand new to the game, you don't know. It would be a hell of a lot harder to tell if you screwed up or the game screwed up. And if you don't know that, the problem continually happens, well, you don't know how to resolve it because it's not you, but how do you tell if you're not already familiar with the game? And no, don't have Shang Chi as a 6-star. Have him as a 5-star. Sig 200. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think even as a 5-star, he's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. You're level 48. Okay. So just a few more levels to go and be max level. Nice. What do I want to do? I guess we'll do that. Died in EQ on collective difficulty. Really got to fix their shit. Yes, I know it's hard, but it's been months. Yeah, no, it's it's kind of rude, their compensation. Not the war in AQ. I think that's fine. But their solo compensation. Honestly, I think it's a little bit rude. What is it? 5 revives and 10 health pods for a month of a broken game. And I get their reasoning. It's not the same problems for everybody. Not everybody is affected the same way. Plus, they also did tell people, don't participate in difficult content, which is fair. But I mean, it's not even necessarily just difficult content. It's sometimes the easiest stuff. If your champion doesn't respond properly, it doesn't matter how difficult or easy the content is. It's still going to screw you up. I mean, there's been times on stream where, not often, but where I just cannot parry in arena. I don't think yet it's impacted my grind at all. It just makes a specific arena fight a little bit longer or annoying if I lose it. But yeah, pretty good. Just grinding new arena. Okay, the plat pool one or the ones that just reset. It used to be, now it's all bugs and money grab offers. Well, the money grab offers, that's always been the case, right? Like the offers have always been to make money, which I think that's fair because they are in the business of making money. So the grind is real this week with that extra arena. Yeah, well, I think that one is done tomorrow though. And I don't know if it's resetting. I think that was just a one-time. Yeah, probably because. Wait, that started on Tuesday, right? Yeah, that is probably just a one-time arena, though. Ghost Rider is always better than Voodoo. That's what I feel. So when they were both new, I got them both from that. They were the first champions I ever got from Arena as 4 stars. Ghost Rider, though, I also wanted because of the synergies with the blade. But yeah, I used Ghost Rider far more than I ever used Voodoo. I found I didn't like keeping track of, which I mean, I guess it's easy enough because you see what your combo's at, but I didn't care for keeping track of whether I was at an even or odd combo And to be 100% honest, I still don't remember what the difference is. The only thing I remember is that if you're at even combo and you use an L1, you convert all of your Loas to poisons. That's really the only thing I remember. And then there's a difference in the power control. One is a power drain and the other is a power steal. Yeah. Whereas Ghost Rider, yeah, I mean, I used him a ton more, so I remember what each of his combos do. Voodoo has permanent power control, which is power burn on SP2 and SP3 power drain. Yeah, but also depending on when you throw Ghost Rider's L2, that power drain can last a long time. If you use that power drain at the end of your damnation cycle, yeah, that power drain will stick for quite a while. So with Ghost Rider, just a matter, it kind of like CGR. It's a matter of managing your combos and initiating what you want when you want. Hoping to get lucky with plat crystals, like for the units that you'd get. Justin, how you doing? How's your day coming along? Yeah, so Ghost Rider was in the 6-star arena in the featured, and now Voodoo. I'd like both of them as 6-star. Well, I'd like any new champion as a 6-star for sure, but I'm not willing to put up the time or effort to get either of the 6 stars. If I had to get either, might be. I don't really know. It might be Voodoo I would go for. Sorry, it might be Ghost Rider. And that's only because of the immunities, just because of the bleed immunity, really. Although with Voodoo, I mean, with the regen at the start, he'll offset the suicide masteries for the first little bit. Whereas, that's something I like, though, too. Because with Ghost Rider, you dictate when you get the regen. So if you start off, let's say, for example, you start off a fight against Doc Ock, and you're playing Voodoo. So you start with a regen, but Doc Ock procs his heal block right away. Well, then your regen is useless. Whereas if you're using Ghost Rider and you pair off against a Doc Ock, you dictate when your regen starts. Now you could still get a heal block, but after you cycle through your damnations, you can initiate your regen again. So yeah, it's just a little bit more control over what you're doing. Quake won't be added for a long time. Yeah, I don't think we'd see Quake until 7 stars are firmly in the game. Quake is a 6-star. I don't think we would see her as a 6-star until, and she'll probably be the final champion who's available in the game to be added as a 6-star. I think is it yeah, just Blade and Magic and her currently, right? I think those are the only ones left. Blade, I would think we might see him in 2021, but I think it would probably be February of next year. I think they would line it up with what used to be the Blade Day. But who knows? I don't know. They've got to be like. I was going to say, I don't know if they're on the ball that much, but I would think they'd at least have their shit together enough to do something like that. You know, it'd be cool if they introduced Blade into the arena when they used to have their Blade Day. And then they also brought, I know this isn't going to happen, but if they then also brought back the old featured crystals, where there's one champion in the crystal that had the increased opportunity to pull. I would like to see that return. Yeah. I wish Ghost Rider would have viable damage. His kit is very good. and that regen, oh man, but damage is just that. So again, it depends when. Well, I mean, for that you need him awakened, but it would depend when you proc his fury buff. If you proc it at the end of the damnation cycle, then he ends up with the fury buff on him for quite some time. The thing I don't like about him is that I feel he needs Blade, whereas Blade doesn't necessarily need him. Because with Blade, his damnations are pretty much guaranteed, whereas without Blade, there's no way to know if you're going to get that damnation off or not. I don't know if he's got any synergies to increase his damage. I think he had one that impacted the Fury, maybe, and then Blade the probability of having your damnations be successful. But most like the synergies on him are still the older ones where it just increases like attack or damage, or crit rating, stuff like that. Like they aren't the kind of unique synergies that we see now. One thing is good that it has in-game purchases. Else imagine if they contains ads for free-to-play players. That will not let the game take off. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was one of the nice things for the game too, because you're not continually seeing pop-ups for, buy this, purchase that, kind of stuff. Not yet, anyways. I'd like to see Witch Crystal bring. I think when they suggested that, I think it was something they had. I think it's something they have thought about. I don't think they've been working on it. Because when they first mentioned it, I think like it was 2019, I think. And they were suggesting that it would be that year, within 2019. And then... No, either 2019 or 2020, when they first mentioned it. But in the first announcement, or first mention of it, I think they were suggesting it would be available within that year. And then the next time they mentioned it, it's supposed to be available next year. And I don't know if you're actually in development of something that you would have it that far out. I think if something is that far out, it's still when it's like a concept. Which is fine. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with them saying, hey, this is something we want to do, but... and that would be very different compared to anything else that they've got. That would be very different because you dictate who's in the pool. So the design of that would be ground up. The only thing that, and it's not even close to it, but the only thing that would be in that realm would be the Nexus crystals. And all that is simply, it's dictated to you what the choices are, it's just that you've got a choice. But I'm pretty sure... I could see, maybe not this year, but I could see the first introduction of the Wish Crystal being a Christmas present. Possibly. And then afterward, as a purchase. Shang Chi, 72 million? You think so? Could be. I could see that. But I also feel that I think the 5-star will go high I think the 5-star in comparison will go higher than the 6. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Because he is in the basic. I think he could be the highest basic champion. And I don't think this is a case where the champion in the featured would offset the basic. That would be cool as a Christmas gift. Yeah, it would be. I would expect, though, this year that we see a 6-star Awakening gem for Thronebreakers. And I don't... Yeah, so I could see a 6-star Awakening gem Crystal for Thronebreakers, and probably still a generic Awakening gem for Cavalier. And I used to think that what they were doing with those kind of things was offering things to advance you, but that doesn't make any sense. So I think it's things that are just at that level, kind of. And they would basically keep those gifts or offers based on progression title the same. Which I think is kind of fair, because they don't necessarily want you to buy your way out of that progression title necessarily. Tonga, how you doing? 142 for Voodoo? Yeah, I think that might be a little bit high, but I think 142 will get you the champion. So I don't think that 142 would be like 95th or 100th spot. I think hopefully that's more like a 60th, but we'll find out Monday. But the reason I've got Voodoo there is more so because of Ghost Rider. More so because of what Ghost Rider went for, and I think that Voodoo would go a little bit higher than Ghost Rider. Let me just see. But, dude, I don't know about arena predictions anymore, man. I've been so far off in the last little while. Yeah, so Ghost Rider went for 135, and I think that Voodoo would go for a little bit more. So you know what? Probably 138, maybe 140 would probably be fair, but I think at 142, you got a pretty good chance. Want to do incursions when champs recruit? You asked yesterday. I told you I do incursions with the same person all the time. So, but if there's anybody in chat that is looking to do incursions, Mr. Tonga is looking to do them. I think I'd suggested to you previously about checking the UMCOC Discord. Have you done that? Because there's a channel in there specifically looking for incursions partners, and I haven't been in that channel in quite a while, but there's over 10,000 members on that Discord server, so I think that'd be your best bet to find a partner. Whether it be a partner for a one go or a partner to do them on a regular basis. Nowadays, most of the members don't like grinding basic, so Shang Chi 72 million, no way. Yeah, but I mean, we just had what, 195 for null? Granted, yeah, the featured is easier, or feels easier than the basic, but well, and I guess too, we haven't really seen the basic arena creep up like we've been seeing the featured arena. But I if not Shang Chi, then Hercules will be over 70. I don't have a Discord. That's your choice, but that's an option. For Discord, it's just an account, right? Like you don't need you can access Discord through a web browser. You don't need a program. The other option, though, there's also. Let me see if I can find the URL for you. There's also on the forums a thread on the forum specifically. Well, it's for alliance recruitment, or if you're looking for an alliance, but also used for if you're looking for an incursion partner. The thing on the forums, though, and here's the URL for it, that would be more if you're looking for a consistent incursion partner. So you would just say, hey, probably put a screenshot of your account. I'm looking for somebody to run incursions, once a reset or whatever, and send me a message. But I think the UMCOC would probably be a better likelihood, just because honestly, I think UMCOC Discord might have more people, more eyes on it than the Command forums. I don't know if there's 10,000 people that have a forum account. And even, well, I mean, I guess somebody. Well, the thing is with the forum, well, both the forums and the Discord, you can go through and look at others who have posted as well. You don't necessarily have to be the one to initiate the post. You could just respond to somebody else's post. I would like to thank Solar Players. From his stream, I found a good response to an active alliance, which pushes my progressions directly into. Oh, okay. How'd you find them? Was that like you were looking for an alliance in chat and then somebody responded, or like I suggested, like the forums or something? Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. I wanted to do that. No. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, there we go. DJ, how you doing? What are you up to on this Thursday? Oh, Adam, do you have a mic? And if you do, are you interested in getting on in the voice chat? Not necessarily right now, but at some point. I think not everybody who's a mod, but I think probably more than half of people who are mods for the channel have been in voice at least once. Man Falcon is, Relentless has been, Satsui has been. I don't know if J-Rock has been. Taz, although Taz wasn't a mod. Who else? I don't think Parasite has, but I think I'd asked him and he wasn't interested. Yeah, I don't know who else. But yeah, if you want to get on voice chat at some point, we could do that. And it's not like for you to read comments. We can just have a chat in with the voice rather than you having to type all the time. You never know, but I was passively kind of seeking a better alliance, and gracefully Parasite took me in his. Oh, okay, very good. Thanks for the advice on my graphics. Well, hopefully it was useful. I think it was fine the way it was. It's just that, well, at my age, my eyesight isn't what it used to be. I don't wear glasses unless I'm watching TV, so it made it a little bit difficult to see the one word is all. But I think if I was wearing my glasses, it would probably have been fine to see. I did see you in the game. We're in voice lobby just before the stream. Yeah, I was doing incursions. How do you become a mod, though? Well, there's no real way. I think so. The first couple, well, actually, no, everybody. It's just been people that are here often, are active in chat, and that's pretty much it. Really. And other than the thing on Twitch from the bots, I don't think there's really anything to do as a mod. And the Twitch bot thing, I mean, in all honesty, even that doesn't really matter. I mean, it's usually one sentence or two sentences, and it's just a matter of removing it. And considering there's never too many people in chat, most stuff I'm going to be able to take care of anyways. I'm Mod, who will never be in call, but you've been on voice chat with people, and well, with Enzo. I don't know if you've done it with anyone else. I don't know if Satsui's a mod for the channel. I think he is, but he's been on probably between Satsui and Relentless. They've probably been in voice the most. Oh, that's in regards to the arena. You never know, but I decided to just put up 65 for Odin since I thought that people would be crazy to grind hook even 60 in the basic. I was wrong. Those are crazy days. If you've noticed recently, it's reduced drastically for the basic arena. Yeah, I think the basic has. But then in the basic, I don't know if there's been the champions like Odin. Let's see. Okay. So Odin was at 66. Yeah, the next closest was 63 for Omega for the basic. Yeah, I would put Shang Chi. I'd put Shang Chi. What I got him at 68. I think he's gonna go for 60ish. Yeah. The featured though. The featured is all over the place. Yeah, the featured is all over the place. There's really no pattern there whatsoever. You know, I should put that URL for that arena info in the description because I bring it up quite a bit. I think I've only had to time out 2 people as the mod. The channel is pretty chill. Yeah, well, I mean, also there's not that many people. I think the most regularly might be like 8 to 12. The most people that I remember was maybe 70. And I think it was 200. But that was, I think that was like a month into streaming. And I was streaming on a Sunday afternoon. And Seaton had been streaming, and then he finished his stream and ended up raiding me. It was about 200 people in chat, because I think there were like 70 new subs from that one raid. As my voice irritates, and plus I have way too much background noise. Your voice irritates you or irritates other people? Because everybody's voice irritates themselves. Nobody likes the sound of their own voice. That's one of the reasons I don't watch back my streams. Well, although the videos I've done in the last little while, I haven't done voiceover. It's been it's been all just text mainly. But even videos where I do have a voiceover, I don't. I'll watch them back for a little bit just to make sure they're like, to make sure that it's not just a green screen for the video, like some people. But yeah, other than that, I don't watch anything where my voice is recorded. I've heard DJ just once in my whole life. This will be an interesting basic grind for sure. Yeah, I think. Well, he is a 6-star that a lot of people want. Maybe it'll be a good indication of where people are for arenas, though, too. Like, if we don't see the score going, not super high, but, you know, a decent score. Maybe it is a good suggestion that people are just... No, oh, you son of a gun! No! Oh, no way. He's going to kill me anyway. Yeah, crap. In 2 more years, featured arena will be churning 200 million. I think early 2022, we're going to see 200 million. I don't know if we saw Doom in there, if that would be over 200 though. Not because he's not worth it, but because so many people have him. But the thing is, so many people have him and they might want more SIGs in him. So that could be a reason for him, for that arena going really high. Be back in 5. You need to sign BG for AQ. I will be here. I will be here. Yeah, usually running the 6 stars is about an hour and a half or so. And we are running the 6 stars is also about 8.5 million points. I think we are just at 2 million now. But I'm going to get the 6 stars done, probably head out for an hour or so, come back. Get the Summoner Trials on the go. And then later this evening, hit up the basic arena. Sure would like to be on voice sometime with you, Claire. Well, we could do it now, if you want. Yeah, if you want, we could do it now. Like I said, it's not like you don't have to worry about reading chat or whatever. I'm just going to be nosy like I normally am and just ask you a bunch of questions or whatever. My voice makes me sound like I have a constant sore throat. Have you heard Slayer of Gods? Sorry, 2 years I meant to say 500 million. Well, when we see 7 stars... No, I think 500 might still be too much. What? Maybe not. Because when we do see 7 stars, I'm sure the score that they, or the points that they allow you to get will be a fair bit more than 6 stars. So, but by that time, though, we might see 5 stars as milestones. We could even see 6 stars as milestones. So, well, I mean, if you saw 6 stars, I think if 6 stars were milestones currently, in the basic, in the featured, I think it would probably be at about 130-ish. No, it would need to be higher than that, probably 160, because older champions that are available as 6 are still going over 100. Somebody like Null, Hercules, they're going for the 150, 160, closer to 200. And I think they would want to have it, which would make sense. They'd want to have the milestone closer to the highest as opposed to closer to the lowest. But it would be nice to know if you put up X amount, you've got the champion. 200 mil for 26 seems legit for Doom. Yeah, I don't think Surfer would go too high. He would go high, but Surfer, that's purely prestige people would be going for. Doom, they're going for prestige and a fantastic champion. But yeah, if Shang-Chi doesn't go, if Shang-Chi isn't the first over 70 million in the basic, then Hercules will be. I think Shang-Chi will be the closest to 70, but whether or not he actually goes high 60s or 70, I don't know. I'll pay the $40 for that. I think the band price of 6-star SIGs at $2 a piece. Oof. To be fair, I'm a higher pitched version of Slayer of Gods. Yeah, I've got no issue with I think the only thing that I would have a problem with for somebody in voice is background noise, which I think at times there'd definitely be times where I would have a fair bit of background noise, but in general it shouldn't be too bad because I do have like a noise suppression thing enabled through OBS. I think for me, if anything, it just sounds like I'm in a like a cargo container. But that's the mic and where the mic is. But I know the first little while before, and I'm still not familiar with OBS, but before I was even less familiar with OBS, and I didn't have the noise suppression. Like there was always background noise, like whether it be the fan or stuff from outside. So where are you for streaming Relentless? Like you've kind of... I just realized I muted my mic while I was asking the question. I don't know if any of that was audible. But Relentless, I was just asking you where you were for streaming. Whether... Because I think you've decided that you're going to. So is it just a matter of figuring out when you're going to the first time or figure out a schedule? And welcome back, Parasite. Oh, and Relentless, I think I told you a while ago, I know one of the officers in your alliance. And actually, he used to do YouTube as well. And I think he was planning to get back into it soon. So ever since I suggested that you could get into voice chat now, Adam, you haven't said anything. Uh, yeah. Oh, so I got Human Torch in the last set of featured crystals I opened, and then I duped him. I took him to R2. I always knew I would take him to at least R2, but I took him to R2 mainly for a path in 7-3. So I wasn't really intending to use him prior to doing the thing in 7-3. But for the first quest in the current monthly EQ for is science, so I decided to try him, and my goodness, he was so good. The only time I ever used Torch previously was a 4-star in the Abyss for the Deadpool fight. That was the only time I've ever used him. I didn't realize how good he was or how fun he is to play. My goodness. But yeah, I used him for the science quest, and I used him for the Dragon Man boss. The Dragon Man boss... I don't remember which... Ooh, should watch the combo. I don't remember which quest that one was. Oh, I think that was the Mystic. Yeah, that was the Mystic quest. But for those two things, he was so good. So I'm really looking forward to using him more. I was about to message you that if I can join the voice lobby, but suddenly the festival ban started back out. Okay. Just got some early morning cooking done. Ooh, very good. Relentless still, you to make some social media, so make your overlays. Okay, I will be right back. And back I am. Back I am. Okay. Cajun mac and cheese with sausages and grilled pearl onions and veggies. Ooh, very good. Well, shit. I was saying I was going to head out after the stream. I might need to get something to eat after that. Okay. So what festival is going on currently, Adam? It's not Diwali, is it? Mesh, how you doing? How's your day coming along? Oh, it is Diwali. Okay. I just soloed Grandmaster with Juice Note for the first time. Ooh, very good. Very good. I don't think I soloed her at all. No. No, I think I got close once, though. But I might have been running suicides. No, you don't. So you need to get a gym membership, with all due respect. Probably. Probably. I did a gym for a while when I first moved here. And then I think I went like 2 months where I didn't go, but I was still paying membership. And then I was like, wait a second. If I'm not going to go, why am I giving him my money? But I have been getting out more now than the last year or so. Happy festival for all Indian members. Is that once a year? Or is that more than just once a year for Diwali? Okay. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. I think that's how we'll go with. So sometimes I like playing white mags, other times I'm like, For shorter fights, for like arena, he's pretty decent for sure, but I haven't really tried him for any longer fights. Oh. Okay. And because I am in West Bengal, they also have more festival apart from Diwali, and it's more religious celebration once a year. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think I might have been in Nepal for it once. If I wasn't there exactly during the festival, it was close to it. Okay. Block, dude. Thank you. Okay, so one more hit. Good. Surf of the day respawn. Okay, so that's 2. Oh, first crash. An hour and 20 minutes. That's actually not too bad. Opened a YOLO cav, pulled 6-star Ant-Man. Dude, any 6-star from a cav is good. I think my first good 6-star that I got was from a cav. Yeah. So the first 6-star that I got that I was happy about was Captain America: Infinity War, and it was from a regular cav. And when I think I might, I'm trying to remember why I had those. It was either for something in Act 6. No, I think it's when I was opening cabs. No, maybe it was a featured cab then. Because I think it might have been when I was trying to get Aegon duped. Yeah, that's probably what it was. And got 6-star cap IW. But like I was totally not expecting it. And the timing for it was good though, because I don't think I was coming up on 6-2 champion. Yeah, I hadn't fought him yet. And no, maybe I had fought him once. I'm not sure. I don't really remember. But there was no way I was doing the dash in, dash out. So I needed to just block through and dex the final hit of the L1. And with Cap IW, because of his block proficiency, he was by far the best for that. I'm in a new town. Maybe more detailed address we should take in players' Discord chat. You don't want to give out your personal info on the internets? What? What could go wrong? What would be the biggest celebration in India? I gotta go. All right, Mesh, have a good one. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Oh, damn, I was not paying attention to that. That is not going to go well. That is not going to go well at all. Well, oh, crap. And now I just realized it's a dude. Oh, well, no, the mutant for Nick was definitely the way I would go anyways. So. Let's see if I can't get... Yeah, I think an L2 should finish him off right away. Okay. These are pretty high sig too. Oh yeah, that will do me in for sure. True ISO and gold are the most in need. Oh, for the reason. Oh, that's just for something else. Ramadan. Ramadan wouldn't be too big of a thing for India. Oh, I wonder if I should just go. Should I just go for it? No, maybe another heavy, and then... Yeah, okay, now we'll go for it. Yeah, we should be able to finish him off here. That was such... I should have been paying attention for that. Picking a Mystic against Human Torch was not a good way to go. You asked a very tricky question. Well, I know there's a lot of different festivals, right? And different regions would be different things. I think I'm not sure about the U.S. I don't know if for the U.S. Thanksgiving or July 4th would be bigger. Christmas would be pretty big. Christmas might be. I don't know. But I know Thanksgiving is a pretty big deal in the U.S. Well, maybe not as much as it used to be. And then for Canada, I think for Canada it's probably Christmas. I think India is a very diverse country. Every religion have their own big festival. Yeah, yeah, and that's why I'm asking if there is one in particular. Like for example, if as a tourist, if somebody were going to go and they wanted to take part or see a festival, what would be the one to go for? Boy, I don't like these options at all. I guess that's all I have to do. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving or Halloween in the UK or like for India, you mean? But yes, Thanksgiving would only be. I don't know if Thanksgiving is a thing for Mexico, but Thanksgiving would only be a thing for North America, though. My workout partner would have to change his schedule since no eating from sunup to sundown. He was from India. Yeah, but Ramadan is a Muslim observance. Yeah. So, like, as a country in general, like, I mean, people in Canada would observe Ramadan too, right? But, like, it wouldn't necessarily be. Actually, I don't know if. I think the only stat holidays based on religion in Canada are Christian, like Christmas, Easter, or Christmas and Easter. That's it. Yeah, I don't think there's any others that are religious holidays that are stat holidays here. In UK, we don't celebrate Halloween either. Yeah, and I mean, Halloween it's commercial, right? It's kind of like Valentine's Day. Well, they all are, really. Even Christmas. But I could say one thing: America and Europe, UK, and India celebrates Valentine's Day for sure, or probably the whole world too. Well, anybody who wants to keep their significant other, they better be celebrating Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's a holiday for the candy makers, though, really, right? Candy makers and diamond stores. I think when I was in Italy, I was really surprised at how. So I was in Rome. I specifically wanted to be in Rome for Christmas. I don't know why. I'm not a religious person, but I wanted to go to midnight mass in Rome. So, and it was funny too because it had been raining and on and off all day. Not like really crazy rain, but enough to know that it was damp outside. And I think we walked to St. Peter's, and it wasn't raining while we were walking, but it was like you could tell that it had been raining. And then the mass started. It stopped raining about like 5 minutes before the Pope started speaking, and then as he was speaking, it didn't rain, and about like I think it was like his last couple of words, and started raining again. And I just thought it was so like fitting. Okay. Not making the same mistake this time. See if I can work this out that I get my I'm gonna need an L1 yeah, I'm gonna need L1 here. Wait. So once he changes, should be good to steal. Oh, yeah, good. That'll make this a little bit easier. Just use your thank you. There we go. Cool. I think the other place too where Christmas didn't seem like it was that big of a deal. Like, it may have been a big deal, like, in people's homes and stuff, but, like, out and about, just decorations and whatnot. So the one was Rome, and the other was Moscow. The two places I've been around Christmas, and yeah, it didn't seem like it was a big deal at all. And then pretty much every Christmas I've been in Canada, so there's always snow, especially where I used to live. There's no question about it. But there was a while ago, I don't know if my parents were living there at the time, or no, because there was one year we went as a family vacation to the Caribbean, and obviously there was no snow for Christmas then. And then I've been once since my parents have moved back there for Christmas, and again, no snow. Which Christmas was like, if you're like grew up in a place where you're not going to get snow, it's, you know, so it's just the way it is. But having been in Canada for every Christmas, having Christmas without snow, it just seems so out of, like, it seems wrong. Okay. Still, the band has not stopped, as it seems they are going beyond 12 midnight here, but we'll join to your voice next stream for sure. Been the mod of first YouTube channel, only channel. Yeah, it's all good, dude. It's all good. So when you're up this late, are you working or you just happen to be up late? Are there, or do you know of any or many MCOC streamers from India? Because I think the only YouTuber in general, and I don't know if he lives in India, but I'm assuming that he's from India, is I think it's Kingslayer. He's the one that does the comparison videos, which I quite like. I quite like the way it's done. And then he also does the tier list videos, and I really like those. Like the scrolling panel. But other than that, I don't think I've seen MCOC content from anybody else from India. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. From India, there are some streams which I see in my suggestion, but they generally do in the daytime. Probably hence I do. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would think there'd have to be, right? Because there's a pretty big Indian community playing the game, whether it be people from India or like living somewhere else, or people in India playing. I think it'd be really interesting to see what the Summoner Showdown, how things would work out there if India were included. What do you think they're going to do next year for 2022? Do you think it's going to be the same format as it's been, like where they do it all digitally? Or do you think they'll have it where it's back to New York Comic Con? Because I'm pretty sure that New York Comic Con will take place in 2022. I think I could see what they would do is they would still have the initial 2 rounds as is, and then have the finals where they bring... I don't know how that would work, though. Because, well, they would have to pay the way. Yeah, and then bring the finalists to New York. I think that would be a pretty cool way to go. Although that could be... No, I don't know if they would do that, though, because depending where somebody is, the expense of getting them to New York could be quite a bit. Like, if somebody is in New Jersey, well, that's not going to be costly at all to have them at New York Comic Con. But if somebody is in frickin' Mongolia, to get them to New York Comic Con is going to be pretty costly. Although, I mean, it should just go by whatever the restrictions are on the regions that can participate, I suppose. And if anything, then they could exclude regions where arranging travel would be difficult or something. I guess someone has to qualify from India region to get into Showdown. Yeah, but if you're... So, India and the continent of Africa are both excluded from participating. And I think it has to do with... Well, the initial time, they said it was because of limitations for shipping. But I think it's also just legalities. Because the India one I could see, possibly, for legalities. But for Africa, I find it weird, because Africa is an entire continent. And I don't think that every single country on the continent would have the exact same rules. Or shipping limitations. But... yes, same format, either in quit the match, get more points in fight duration, and win the Summoner Showdown. Is it? No, I don't mean for the scoring, but more just like whether it be in person or whether it be online. No, I think the scoring they're going to definitely have to change, because whatever we saw there, I would assume that's what we should see for the in-game mode, right? And I can't see in-game them having that same scoring nonsense with the fastest to finish thing. The Comic-Con thing matters because doing it in person have more impact of PR marketing versus remotely done. It's just this virus has to go for sure for all. Yeah, but the thing is, I think the current way, because more people are able to participate, so I think it's actually a better representation of the community than New York Comic Con, because New York Comic Con is basically anybody who can afford to be there. If you can't, well, then you can't participate. So that's what I was saying. I think if next time, if they go to doing the first 2 rounds online, so the first one like in-game, and then whoever advances per region from there, then they have their competition online and it's broadcast. But then the people who advance from that for the finalists, if they have them physically at New York Comic Con, I think that'd be a really good way to go. And I think that would be the best representation of the community overall. So, and I think doing it that way as well, it would make for a much better viewing experience. Because if they're doing it, the whole thing at New York Comic Con, it's great if you're there in person to watch, but if you're watching online, I guess they could change the setup so that those competing at Comic-Con, like their phones are being recorded directly rather than the recording being of the big screen that they're playing on, kind of thing. But I don't know if next year if we'll see like a lot of the same people too, because this year there were quite a few people back from the year prior. I think there was at least 2 for the Asia region, 1 for the Americas, and I don't know if for Europe, Russia, any of the semifinalists were also there last year. If someone is a really good player, Kabam can clear any legal bureaucracy of any country and get the included, so I count on skills. No, I don't think so, because if you look at, for example, Munash, I think he's in South Africa. He's a great player, but as the continent of Africa is excluded, he's not able to compete. So, depending on where you physically are, you're still going to be limited by the rules of your location, of the rules implemented by Kabam for the locations. And I don't think there's a monetary prize, but whatever physical rewards or physical components that you obtain, whether it be that are required to stream or as rewards or whatever, you get to keep. So it's not a direct monetary prize, but you still get the value of the stuff. Well, you get the items, so they've got their value. Yeah, I went back and I was looking at the the America's finalists, and I was reading through some of the comments, and yeah, I thought the forums got pretty bad with people criticizing Kabam, but oy. And I mean, that's on their YouTube channel, so they could remove comments if they wanted, but so they definitely do that on the forums. The point system is so worse. Save in last war, the opponent had 4 KO. We had 10 KO. They had more points in diversity. We still won the match just because we completed 100%. They had 1 fight left. Yeah. Remotely holding contests do reach more people, and players can then showcase too. Yeah. Oh, I think. Hang on. I was looking for this song last night. Cigarette Solitude. Okay. Yeah, the more eyes on the game, the better, right? The more likelihood for new people to come into the game too, with the more exposure that it gets. And I think having a competitive aspect to a game like this is really good for the game. For the game, oh no 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 no! For the game and the company. I see, as I said, give me a year or two. Hope that India gets included. I'll be trying to qualify a showdown then. Okay. I didn't hear Parasite's favorite track today, or is it gone? So I just have the playlist on random. So everything's all over the place. To mix it up. Keep it interesting. I don't want it to hold on to that L2 a little bit longer. Dude, just die. Just go away, damn it. So we've lost 2 6 stars, right? I think we've lost 2. Solar purposely made it to annoy me. Don't break my heart. Yeah, I added a few songs from this playlist to my phone for when I go out walking. Because I was finding the playlist to get a bit stale now, so need to mix it up a bit. I usually like the faster songs at the beginning if I'm out or doing something active, and then the slower songs by the time I'd be done. Okay. She stomped on him. So we have about 3 million more to go. Should get to about 8.5. Yes. Oh, that doesn't look like that much. I haven't run. Oh, no, I might have some. Oh, crap. I think I might have run some 6 stars later. No, they'd be all off cooldown by now. Convert the 5th hit of the combo to a heavy with Chavez, same as we do for She-Hulk. Huh. Okay. So she can chain heavies in her combo. All right. Yeah, Arena's the only place I've used her. And I don't... Yeah, I think I'm going to... The next R2 is going to be a Mystic. I think it's going to be Mojo. I just need 2 T5B. When I first got her, I was contemplating taking her to rank 2 for defense, but I think we've already got somebody... I don't know if somebody's already taken her to R3, but I think there's somebody in the BG that has her at least rank 2. That's placing her on defense. So I don't see putting too many resources into her anytime soon. Okay. No. Ah, crap. I hit the continue button a little bit too quick. I wasn't quite ready for the fight, but here we are. Here we are. It gives 25% less combat power, and they get stunned. Okay. Very good. Well, that could be useful for arenas for sure. Are you doing either arena this round, Parasite, for a champion? Or no? You know, it's funny, if this fight were reversed, if I were using Corvus and I was fighting Green Goblin, he'd be almost at full health. He'd be regenerating the entire match. I have them both as 5 stars, so just milestones? Okay. I'm just missing a 4-star Shang Chi. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, I thought of doing a video with farming with Shang Chi, like I did for farming with CGR. For farming 536. I think Shang Chi would be fine as a 4-star in there, but I don't think I've ever used him as a 5 outside of Arena. Well, it was the same thing with the 4-star CGR. Although I did use the 4-star CGR when doing that farming video. And other than that, yeah, I've never used the 4-star. Your random playlist is acting like Kabam RNG and not playing that track. You know, I don't know, and I haven't been paying attention, so I haven't noticed. But with it being on random, I don't think it ends up playing duplicate songs. Although being random, it should be a possibility for sure. But um, okay. It's funny too because um, listening to it every time I stream, when I have it on random, it kind of throws me off because I'm so used to certain songs coming up at certain times, and now when it's not, like when it's random, and I hear a song, it's like, oh, shouldn't be that one yet. Okay. Finally done with 7.2 exploration. Nice. Congratulations. So on to 7.3. Have you already explored 7.1 or you still have stuff to do in there? I'm in urge of collecting 4 stars champs. Just a few of them left. 3 stars. I'm done with all. Oh, very good. Yeah, I don't think... I think other than like new champions, I have all of the 4 stars outside of Unstoppable Colossus, and 3 stars. I think I have all for 3 stars. But now that I'm not trying to get 5 stars out of Arena, when the next 5-star feature comes around, there should be a few champions in that pool that would be new. Because this current pool, yeah, there's only 3 champions that would be new. And I've already done the opening of this current feature that I'm going to. I'd still like Kitty and Hercules and Scarlet Witch, but yeah, I've used enough shards, so we'll go back to holding on to the 5-star shards. Oh, do you have 3 stars to get Sigil Witch? No. No. Yeah, I won't be getting the Sigil Witch until she's available through regular gameplay or Arena. I bought the Sigil twice, I think. Once was for Platpool part. Why was the other time? Maybe both times were because of Platpool. But yeah, I don't see doing the Sigil again. You're playing for a year and a half? Very good. What I saw is that Mr. Luke loves you very much, even if the case is featured, so you have to be taken care of. Yeah, dude. That was ridiculous, the amount of times I got Luke Cage. Redonkulous. And it's funny because I think the last time I opened featured 6 stars, or featured 5 stars. it was a similar thing. I was going for Wolverine. I don't remember if it was just I think maybe both Wolverine and Scarlet Witch were in the feature at the time, but I got Mojo a whole bunch of times. So the first time or the last time was Mojo, and this time was Luke Cage, who just wouldn't leave me alone. You need help with Nexus. Oh, the Nexus from 7-2. What are your options? Who do you got to pick from? I think the hardest Nexus I've had, Mojo, Agent, Venom, and Cull. Probably Mojo. If Sebastian were here, he would tell you to go for Cull. Actually, Cull's pretty decent damage-wise. His biggest issue is just the block proficiency. You could kind of offset that if you've got Guardian. You add him with a synergy. Alexei, thanks for the sub. You add Guardian for the synergy, and that will increase the block proficiency. Mojo is a little bit different to play, just because you've got to watch for his prompts, but that could keep things interesting. Agent Venom. Yeah, so really I would say that's going to be between Mojo and Cull. The one thing that you could consider, which I wouldn't for something like that, is Agent Venom might have a buff at some point, but there's no guarantee, and there's no guarantee that it'd be good. So I wouldn't do it for that. So I would go between Cull and Mojo, and I think I would go for Mojo. Have Mojo as 565 to 200. So okay, so then you're familiar with him, or you have the potential to be familiar with him. So if you like how the 5-star works out, then yeah, go with the 6-star. But if you're looking for a champion that you don't have as a 5 or you don't have experience with, yeah, you could go with Cull. The only thing with him is it could be tricky to get the armor breaks, or oh crap, I can't remember what the buff is called. Route. Or to trigger route. Triggering route would probably be easier than getting an armor break, though. But those would be the two things that are kind of that he's dependent on. Whereas for Mojo, so long as you're able to complete his prompts, and I think in a sense, Mojo is like a game within a game, right? Because you're paying attention to those prompts, trying to, complete them while you're, doing your fights. So that could be fun. I've got Cull and Mojo as 6-stars. I've only ever used them in Arena. I used Mojo for a fight in Summer of Pain. And when I was using him, I had wished that I was more familiar with him or had him at rank 2 at the time. I had meant a while ago to spend some time on Cull. I just never have. I think Mojo needs high Sig. Yeah, I'm not sure. They both do better with the Awakening. Mojo should be good for regen and all. I assume it's 6-star Nexus. Yeah, because it's probably the 7-2 rewards, exploration rewards. Yeah, I think Cull. I don't know how the Sig ability impacts him, so I don't know if it's just the Awakening. I know that he is better Awakened. They both are. But yeah, I would go. So, oh, the thing is too, for Mojo, he's a good defender. So once you had him awakened, even if you weren't using him a ton, you could use him on defense. So long as nobody else already has him for defense. I think call only for synergy with Thanos team, else I need to learn more about it. Yeah, he has potential for some crazy damage. I think his biggest drawback is the block proficiency. So if it were me, I would pick Mojo. I'll see Mojo a good player for incursions. Okay. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody using him in incursions. But then again, I don't watch that many people doing incursions. So let's have a look at their SIG abilities for the two of them. Okay, where is... Okay, so there's Call. So Enforced Oblivion. Once Call Obsidian's route buff has expired, it goes into cooldown and can be reactivated after 22 seconds. When route enters cooldown, Call's aggression is awarded with a Fury buff, granting 2000 attack for 4 seconds. This buff gains 0.5 seconds duration for each hit landed while route was active. So in Call's case, it's going to increase his damage. So the higher the SIG, the more damage. Which is nice, but not a necessity. Like, you don't have to do more damage. And for Mojo, Big Mojo Energy. When Mojo activates his anti-life field, if he has at least 5 million followers, he also gains a Fury buff for the duration of his anti-life field, increasing attack rating by 2,000. Additionally, Mojo starts each quest with 1 million persistent subscribers, up to 5 million. Okay, so the higher the SIG, the more followers you're going to start with. So that's going to be... So that is one of the areas where the higher SIG is going to be important. At the beginning of the fight, each subscriber gives him a follower. His followers can never fall below his subscribers. Okay. When Mojo wins a fight, if he has more followers and subscribers, he gains one. Okay, so his awakening is about his follower subscribers, and it also increases his damage. Yeah, so both of them, it's going to increase how hard you're hitting. But yeah, it's going to do more for Mojo. I did see someone from Russia was streaming in Twitch, and they were doing incursions with 6-star Mojo with regen and all specs. Mojo was going like cheese. Yeah, I could see that. Because if you're picking up the buffs, you could get the buffs that are going to benefit your poison, your degen, and I think it said he got a Fury, right? So yeah, the buffs could really have an impact on him for incursion. So they're both a little bit of ramp up too. Okay, yeah. You know what? After everything said about Mojo and Call, go anti-venom. Not anti-venom, Agent Venom. No. Yeah, I would not pick up a champion because of potential for a buff. If a champion is already been announced that they're getting buffed, and you can look at the info for what's the buff is going to entail, then yeah. Went with Call. Want to see his damage incursions now? Yeah, he should be doing some pretty crazy damage. If you rely on parry a fair bit, you might want to consider having Guardian with him. If you're not relying on parry, if you're intercepting mainly, and don't expect to take many block hits, then yeah, I think you'd be fine as is. And he, as you go, I think he gets something for defeating a tech and an Avenger. So that would be something to be on the lookout for in incursions. Have a Sig 200 Guardian for him? Okay, there you go. Well, and a Max Sig Guardian, yeah, he'd come in useful too. Actually, Guardian is somebody I need to look into more. Or, not more, just somebody I need to look into. By the way, also got 5-star Venompool and 6-star Howard the Duck, and he uses in 7-3. Venompool maybe, because there's a couple lanes where you need buffs. But if you've got Angela, she'd probably be... If you've got Angela and Odin, that'd probably be your better bet for that. I mean, well, if you've got Odin, you could also apply the pre-fights to Venompool. Howard the Duck, not that I've seen. I'm only a little bit more than halfway through, but there's nothing that I've seen so far where I would see taking Howard. Same would be said for Venompool, but I could see if I didn't have Angela with Odin, maybe I could see using Venompool. Yeah. Howard is very useful as far as I remember. He has good utilities, as once Eminent Steve was explaining to BG. Yeah, but just because somebody who's really good with a champion can showcase them doesn't necessarily mean that it's a champion for everybody. But yeah, if you're looking at just what a champion is capable of or can do, yeah. I think every champion has potential except Groot. It's just a matter of knowing the situations to use them and how to use them well. And then some champions are just easier to use overall, which are the ones I definitely prefer. Yeah, I like the pretty simple, straightforward champions for sure. I like Venompool, but it was a rollover from Hercules. So every time you look at him, you're like, you could have been so much better. Oh, I must have lost more than just... Oh, no, okay. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a fair bit under 8.5, but this match will get me to 8. And then I'll have 2 more, so... So after Venompool got buffed, I tried him a little bit against Winter Soldier, but what I was looking for in particular from him was to see if he could be a replacement for Venom in AQ Map 7. And the main thing I was looking for was an evade counter. So he can counter evade, but it's RNG based, whereas Venom, as soon as the fight starts, if you're up against a Spidey character, he's gonna counter their evade. So I prefer that. Like, I prefer not relying on RNG. So for me, just because of that, I value Venom over Venompool. Venompool might be better than Venom, but for where I would need either of them, Venom seems better suited. Ooh, this is not going to go well at all. Oh, no. Oh, and I'm going to be stunned. Yeah. What's your arena grind strategy? Just get her done. What do you mean? Like, as in what I'm trying to achieve, or how I go about it? So for what I'm trying to achieve is top 5% in the featured, top 10% in the basic, and then the milestones for the summoner trials. And then for how I start off with the featured, the lowest 5 stars, get to the 3 times multiplier, and then get started with the 6 stars. Same idea basically for the basic. Start off with the lowest 5 stars, and then get to the 3 times multiplier, and then go at it with my R5s and work my way down. And for summoner trials, I just do it in chunks of about 500,000 to a million. So every time I do between 500,000 or a million, I'll take a break for a couple minutes just to not be staring at the screen the entire time, working on those. So yeah, that's how I distribute the grind. It's been quite a while since I've streamed the 6 stars at the start. Usually on Monday and Thursday, I'll do the 6 stars off stream, and then the first stream I do is usually the basic with the 5 stars. And I used to only do about 2 or 3 million a go of the 5 stars, but now, at least when I'm streaming it, I'm getting through pretty much all of the 5 stars, but at the very least, putting up 4 million per run of the 5 stars. And doing that, I just need to run the 5 stars twice to get the 10%. The 6 stars, I need to run 3 and a bit times, but 3.5 times. And then the summoner trials, I've never run all 4 stars. Usually, for the summoner trials, I try to get 1.5 million a day. If I can do that, I'm on track for where I'd want to be. And I think just recently, must have been like a week or 2 ago, I think, I hit 300,000 matches for Arena. They needed dash back twice there. That's just out of habit. There we go. For me, I just do till rounds 5 at both arenas, then go to sleep. And I start grinding the next morning, just going for the milestones. Okay. Also used up 500 units for exploration for 7-2. Then you need to do 200 more to clear that one particular solo objective. Okay. So yeah, I must have lost 3 6-stars because normally I'm at about 8.5 million. Let's go. So let me see. I think. Yeah. So it's relatively recently that I got get to 300,000 arenas. Oh, wait. Let's see. So we're still waiting for. Let's see what I can pick up from rewards. Okay. Boy, that's taking its time. Congrats for the 300,000. Thanks. I don't know if it should be a congratulations or a condolences, man. It's yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, that amount of arenaing. Okay. So get these all collected. Let's see if the results are in for the featured. Oh, that's weird because didn't I just get? Okay, so neither leaderboard are up yet. Okay, very good, very good. Well, that is it for me. I will probably be back tomorrow with some more arena craziness, but yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out, and I will catch you guys later. Take care.